On today's show, we're fishing the Northern Territory. There's so much to do up here, and now is the perfect time to experience the best of the top end. Exploring some of Australia's most remote coastline and rivers with experienced and knowledgeable fishing operators who can put you onto the fish of a lifetime. Later in the show, we experience one of the great fishing adventures of Australia at Dippery Barra and Sports Fishing Lodge in remote northwest Arnhem Land. We head offshore from Darwin on Arafura Blue Water Charters and have some fun at Barramundi Adventures at Berry Springs. But first, we're taking to the air. If you're short on time and want to see as much as possible and catch a few fish along the way, these guys, Airborne Solutions, let's go. Mate, this looks incredible.
Mate, best wet in 25 years. Everything's green. Fishing's been amazing.
I've been coming up here every year for 20 years, sometimes twice a year, and everyone said, come in the wet season. The wet has been that big this year that there is just water everywhere, even now in the dry season. And that water has just brought a bounty of life across the floodplains. So much bird life and animal life, and it is a buffet of food for the Barra. It is the year to come up here, no question. Airborne Solutions heli fishing will guide you to the fishing adventure of a lifetime, taking you to the top end's most secluded and treasured fishing spots.
And we're
Already, double hookup.
Beautiful.
Double hookup. This is just incredible. See what a big wet does for this place? This is the thing about heli fishing with the guys from Airborne Solutions. They land in spots where other people can't get to. This particular spot, boats can't. Oh, look, two big Barra. Look at that. Pigeon pair. Actually, yours is just a bit bigger, but they are beautiful fish. But you can get to this particular spot by a boat on a higher tide, but a lot of the spots you get to, it's only accessible by chopper, especially in a big wet like this. You can't drive to it. There's my one. The Northern Territory. Biggest wet season in 25 years. It's going off. First 2 minutes, you've covered yourself in glory. Now that was impressive. Pilot Finn Blackhall is an accomplished fisherman who can help you hook up to a prize fish. You almost can't cast in the wrong direction here. This is above the tidal reaches in the billabong behind me there, and you can just see Barra swimming around, mullet, tarpon. A good wet season just does it. Amongst many other tours, Airborne Solutions offers half-day or full-day heli fishing tours. It's been a bumper season, so make sure you book ahead. Find your fishing charter at northernterritory.com/fishing. Whether it's blue water, Barra or both, you're bound to find something to suit your needs. Darwin is a great place for a family holiday, and one of the best places to stay is Cullen Bay. We're staying at Cullen Bay Resort, close to Mendel Beach and only a couple of 100 metres away from the Cullen Bay restaurant strip and most of the ocean-based tour operators which depart from here. This morning we're heading offshore from Cullen Bay with Captain Dan Titus and the boys from Arafura Blue Water Charters. They specialise in blue water, reef and game fishing charters, ranging from half-day to 5-day tours. You can book any of their charters at northernterritory.com/fishing. Oh, there we go. How easy is that? I mean, pleasure to be fishing off one of your boats. Plenty of sunshade, food, tackle, everything's done for you. Just turn up and catch a beautiful fish like this.
Tricky snapper. It's one of our more common ones.
Yeah, nice.
Absolutely beautiful eat.
Yeah. You're never quite sure what you might pull out of these waters. Here he comes. Big sleepy shark. He's a big boy.
Very big boy.
No teeth on this guy. Dan, People must be beside themselves to see a creature like this on the end of the line.
I see a lot of people amazed by the size of the sharks we actually get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this guy hasn't even got teeth.
Yeah.
It's pretty rare for something in the territory not to have teeth. These are great fishing grounds for jewfish, and the guys do catch some whoppers. But today, the school we found was small fish, which gives me the perfect opportunity to explain the new barra trauma regulations in the Northern Territory. What you got there, mate?
It's a little jewfish. Little black jew.
And you get a few of these fish up here, right? All sizes.
Yeah, these are probably one of the more common ones we target on the day charters.
Yeah.
We do try and get them a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Whoops, grab that.
Now, when you bring these fish up from the deep, the rule's up here, and it's pretty cool. Catch what you need and go, because they don't release real well. That's barra trauma.
As you can see there.
He's come up from the deep and his air bladder's expanded. So they don't release well, they're going to get sharked. So that's what they encourage you to do. You catch what you need and then move on. So he gets to go in the esky, this guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we have a bag limit of 2 per person. So for the jewies, if I catch one more, that's
Yeah.
me done. And if everyone catches their fish, we're all done chasing that species, and it prevents us from killing extra fish in the future.
Yeah, it's a different type of management, but it works up here, works in the territory, and it's working well. So he goes on ice. With the winds picking up, we decided to get back to the mainland so we could visit one of my favourite family fishing attractions near Darwin before the day's end. Barramundi Adventures is a stunning land-based barramundi fishing park located at Berry Springs. Perfect for tourists, families, and just about anyone who wants to catch a big barra. The easy way. Is this the best place in the earth or what?
Yeah.
Look at all these fish cruising around. You at it again over there?
Oh, Mitchy, bring him around, mate.
This is just gold. So good.
Got him. Hold
All
up,
right,
mate.
Mitch.
Give me some knuckles.
Give it a look. So we got 2 beautiful, but let's get this one out and have a look, Tommy. Here we go. Come over here, Mitch. Thick, strong barra. Mitch, get over here. Not one of my best releases, but there's plenty more fish in these ponds.
Oh, I'm on. Way. Woo!
Hold on tight.
Not bad.
Barramundi Adventures really has that casual top-end feel about it, and owner Tommy Ralph is rightfully proud. Mate, it's beautiful here, and it's particularly beautiful this time of the evening, isn't it, Tommy?
Yeah, certainly, mate. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. 45 minutes from Darwin. Anyone can come out and catch a barra. Little kids love it. You know, from 3 years up, they can catch fish. Parents sit back there and enjoy watching them catch as many as they can.
It's a unique experience, right? I've noticed you've got wheelchair access. Yeah, it's really cool. It's a great thing you put on here so close to Darwin, mate.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
The latest attraction to the park is the Meatery Pond, a pool full of metre-plus barra that you can hand feed, if you dare. Or in my case, toe feed. Just be Now I reckon that's probably worth seeing again. Come out to Barramundi Adventures and feed or catch a barra for yourself. Find out more or book ahead at northernterritory.com/fishing. After the break, a barra bonanza in Arnhem Land. Now, you might think the great fishing adventure of Australia out to Dippery starts at the lodge, but it doesn't. It starts here in Darwin with Air Frontier. We're going to fly some 450 k's east, and we're going to see some landscapes that you just don't get to see. It's all part of the adventure. The Northern Territory has some of the country's most remote coastline, offering virtually unfished waters. We're headed some 350 kilometres northeast of Darwin to Dippery Lodge in Arnhem Land to see what's on offer. We're flying over so many iconic fishing spots, great barramundi spots, but we're going somewhere even better. Owned and operated by Darren and Sharon Nichols, with approval from the region's traditional owners, Dippery is a gem in the wilderness. With cleaned, air-conditioned rooms,
a private airstrip, a tackle room you can only dream of, 5 awesome identical boats, and a dedicated team of quality guides and hospitality workers that will help you make your stay at Dippery a memorable one. As a barra fishery, Dippery is second to none, and trophy-sized blue water species are just minutes away from the lodge. With a few hours of daylight left, we decided to get a taste of the Dippery blue water action with Dippery's longtime top-end guide, Gecko.
Got something, you got what we want. Woo!
There's your Goldie.
You've worked at a lot of remote lodges, Gecko.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
What are your favourite things about this place?
Oh, this place, everything's just so close.
Yeah, right.
So you got the blue water right now with these beautiful goldies.
Yep.
And you can go 5 minutes in there and catch a beautiful barra.
Yeah, and about 100 other species as well. If you're going to come up here, these are one of the really, really good table fish. Oh, got him in the mouth there. Oh, beautiful. Golden or finger mark, related to the mangrove jack. Oh, oh, mate. And, you know, really hard, fast fight. Fantastic tucker. And, yeah, just...
Beautiful.
The fishing is awesome. Just trolling between locations can bring great results.
Oh, big Queenie. Oh, you stay on. This is what I love about Queenies. Come around this way, fella. Another one to tick off the bucket list is a big queenfish. And once again, all of 2 minutes of trolling. You can still see the beach and the sandbanks. And there we have a beautiful big queenfish. All right. Yeah. Beautiful big Arnhem Land queenfish. They get a lot bigger again. And look, they use these guys for nummus back at the lodge. They're good in pickled fish dishes, but gotta be happy with that.
There's so many blue water species here, you're never quite sure what's going to take your lure.
It's a better one.
Oh,
there you go.
oh, blue bone. Hey? Now there's another top quality eating fish.
Have we caught anything that's not the first class table fish, except those trevally, of course? Look at that guy there. Beautiful blue bone. Oh.
Or tusk fish, yeah.
Yeah.
Black spot tusk fish.
Look at the colours in them.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Rob? We go eat a barra because it's only 5 minutes away. Hey?
What else? Everything's 5
What do you
minutes.
reckon?
Everything's, it's Fish City. Everything's
Yeah.
5 minutes away. Oh, yeah, for sure. Let's get this guy back.
Now I'm up for a day of barra fishing in the Glide tomorrow with Darren, but I just couldn't resist Gecko's tempting offer. So off to the Glide we went, and within minutes...
Look at this, it's just a average sort of fish for here, maybe it's 75 centimetres. I'll just grab him there now. Beautiful saltwater barramundi at Dippery, Far East Arnhem Land. You can see why it's classed as one of the great fishing adventures of Australia. Super remote, the guides are great. We haven't seen another boat up here. We've got it all to ourselves, and you're gonna catch a fish like that any time of year, any tide, just about guaranteed.
The afternoon's fishing had come to an end. On the way back, we were reminded that although we didn't see any crocs, they were definitely always there, along with that incredible Arnhem Land sunset. And in true Dippery style, the special treatment continued when we got back to the lodge.
I'll tell you what, Dippery's not just about fantastic fishing. It ticks all the boxes, including absolutely awesome food. These mud crabs and this golden snapper caught just out the front. I'm taking the big claw, mate. Absolutely awesome, Dippery Lodge. This one for you?
Go on, get a taste of Dippery for yourself. Visit dipperybarra.com.au or go to the Great Fishing Adventures of Australia at australia.com/fishing. Dippery Lodge is ideally situated between two rivers, the Glide and the Wallen. Fed by the massive Arafura swamp, the Glide fires after a big wet season as the floodplains empty into the river system. Darren took me, along with his son Daniel, to the upper reaches of the Glide to see the positive effects of this phenomenon.
This is just beautiful country. We're miles up the Glide River and it's been a big wet and the countryside just looks spectacular. And Darren's got me on a spot here where it's, it's almost a fish. Well, it is a fisher cast. There's another one. So, how many would be in here?
Oh, mate, there's hundreds in there, hundreds.
Yeah, and now these aren't big fish, although this guy's got a little bit of go to him.
A lot of juveniles.
Yeah?
But you do get some quality fish up here.
Yeah, right. I tell you what, they're full of fight too, mate. It's only a little guy, but it's got some go to him, and that's
hard for little fish.
Yeah, that's when they're fed. I've got a lot of feed, you know, so much frog, lizard, bait coming off that massive floodplain. When you fly over it, you just look at it and go, that's got to be Barra City. Yeah. You've picked such a good spot, mate, to put your lodge. Some pretty decent-sized floodplains.
Mate, Arrowfield Swamp's huge.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's one of the largest coastal salt marshes. You need the wet season every year.
Yep.
If you don't get it wet, you don't get the fishing.
Yeah, right.
You don't get all these little fellas.
Yeah, right. When they grow up to 1 millimetre a day, he's, you know, like not even a year old. But those floodplains, you know, they have the food, the bait fish, the recruitment.
All the frogs, the rainbow fish, the scat, mullet, everything, prawns.
Yeah.
Everything gets bred up.
And in, like, you know, 2 or 3 years' time, he's a metre already. So that recruitment's all important. We had a big wet season. You've got a huge floodplain here, and that's why it's Barra City.
Well, I'm pretty sure I've heard it's the biggest on record we've had.
Yeah.
Out here at Narnamland.
Oh, is it really?
Record,
yeah, wow, that's unreal. Well, that's good. The barra fishing's going to get even better. Look at that guy. The creek junctions around the upper reaches were producing a ridiculous number of hookups, but we were after bigger fish, so we headed downstream. There we go. We're just in the middle reaches of the Glyde River. Geez, I'll tell you what, catching plenty of fish, really. I personally love the dry season up here, but people want to come in the build-up and the run-off, but the dry's not too bad either, is it?
Mate, the build-up and run-off's great fishing. The dry season can be unreal as well.
Yeah.
Beautiful weather.
What I like about the dry is, yeah, I just like that it's, the comfort left, I just like that it's comfortable, you know, it's just nice temperatures. I always come up in the dry myself, but there's a beautiful barramundi. Look at the silver colours in him, so he's just proper salty, right?
Yeah, you got the yellow tail as well.
Yep.
He's a bit better fish.
Yeah, he's a better fish, but you're still not excited yet, are you? You get.
I know what's in here.
You know what's in here. You're going to catch one of these if you come up here, aren't you? All your customers are going to get something like this.
Pretty much, yeah. It's a bad day if they don't. But is there a bad day's fishing?
No, there's not. This guy's ready to go. The barra hookups were non-stop, courtesy of the biggest wet in 25 years and Darren's expert guidance. Like all the guides at Dippery, he lives and breathes fishing. What do you do on your day off, mate?
I don't know, go for a fish. Go out and chase these. What else would you do on your day off, Rob? When you own a fishing lodge. Oh, they're addictive. There's something about them.
The jump fest just kept going, and I was in my element. Got a proper horse on here, and I think he's got the lure down deep. So I'm just going to back the drag off and take it easy on him. I'll get a look at him here in a minute. Yeah, he's a big boy.
Nice fish.
Massive. Oh, lure's well inside the fish's gob. So if I pull too hard now and he jumps, I just don't want him to rub me off, but oh, this is a proper barramundi. I might be joining the Dippery Meter Club with a bit of luck. Look at that! Oh, you got those lip grips, mate? He's ready. It's a big, big fish. He's right here near the boat. Oh.
Steady, steady.
We got him. Look at that.
Nice fish, mate. You got it?
Yeah, that's a ripper barramundi. Look at the shoulders on it. They're in such good condition thanks to this huge floodplains up here in the biggest wet in decades on memory for Darren. Guesstimates on the length of that bad boy. It's a proper barra.
No, 89, 90.
89, 90. Not quite the Meter Club.
88.
Still a ripping barramundi, and you get them very regularly. I see on your Facebook page there, mate. You're getting them all the time, so that is just a beautiful fish. That's made my day. That is fantastic.
You worked hard enough, mate.
Cheers. There you go, big girl. Some water in those gills. burger grips, and there she goes. And that's why this place is one of the great fishing adventures in Australia. This is, mate, so good. He loves his job. Well, I'm not going to cuddle you. I'm not going to cuddle you. I'll leave that to Sharon.
Dippery is a fisherman's nirvana. The location remote and wild, and the lodge very accommodating, as were the staff. For more information about staying at Dippery and fishing northwest Arnhem Land, along with other great fishing adventures of Australia, check out australia.com/fishing. You will have the adventure of a lifetime.